Hi, I'm Dixon, and what I want to talk about, or I'm going to talk about, is happiness. It's a very, very important subject. I think you'll agree, because fundamentally, I know in my life, and I'm sure in your life, what is it actually that drives us? What is driving most of the things we do? It's probably the desire to be happy. So let's think about what it is that actually makes us happy. So being happy. Well, happiness doesn't just happen to us. We actually, and I know this from experience, make ourselves happy. We choose to be happy. We have mechanisms to create that feeling. But often what we don't realise is what we're doing is we're actually working completely the opposite. The way we're communicating with each other creates disconnection. But what we want, or what you want, and I know what I want, is connection. We want to be connected with people. We want to have that feeling. But how do we actually create connection? Because we do create it. It doesn't just happen. It's like happiness. It doesn't just happen to us. Some people, that's their default state. How about it being the default state with you? So, how we create connection is by empathy. Empathy is a thing that human beings, above all things, need and desire. So what is empathy? Well, it's quite simple. Being empathetic is when we connect with another person's needs. So being empathetic is understanding the needs of another human being. But to be empathetic also, we really need to understand our own needs. So understanding somebody else's needs, well, if you think about it, what's a lot of conversations you're having with your friends and people you know? We're trying to communicate how we see our life. You know, we're trying to create some agreement on the way we see or experience life. What we're really trying to do is try to express whether our needs are being met or not met. So if we can connect with what the needs are of one another, we actually feel connected with that person, and we feel connected. And that's the fundamental to our happiness and to breaking that cycle of disconnection. But in order to do that, we've got to start to relate to our needs and the needs of the people around us. Not in a way of solving those needs, but at least understanding. That's why so often people just need an understanding ear. We just want somebody to hear us, ourselves. Now we can start to do that on a daily activity, a daily way of communicating. But we've learned a way of communicating which robs us of that, robs us of the opportunity. And so this series is going to be showing us how to learn to communicate, to think, to relate to our emotions in a way which creates connection through empathy. So this is Dixon, and that's a very small introduction into empathy and communication and how we create happiness. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'm going to be over the next few weeks, each week, introducing another little tip, and I hope that you're going to be here and you're going to enjoy what there is to offer. So thanks very much for listening. Bye.